Think you know all GMC trucks? Think again. We're showing off some of the coolest and most rare pickups from GMC you've probably never heard of. So here are 4 most rare GMC pickup trucks, and starting from 1992, GMC Sonoma GT. A unique vehicle with an intriguing backstory and rare details that make it a must-have for enthusiasts. First off, let's talk about why this truck even exists. Back in 1992, GMC wanted to offer a more affordable alternative to their high-performance turbocharged pickup, the GMC Cyclone. The Cyclone was a beast, but it also came with a pretty hefty price tag of $27,465. Enter the Sonoma GT, starting at a much more reasonable $16,770. It's no wonder it earned the nickname Poor Man's Cyclone. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what makes this truck so special. Under the hood, you'll find a central port injection 4.3-liter L35 V6 engine paired with an automatic 4L60 transmission that sends all that power to the rear wheels. And we're talking some serious power here. 195 horsepower at 4,500 revolutions per minute and 260 pound-feet of torque at 3,600 revolutions per minute. That's nothing to sneeze at. But the Sonoma GT isn't just about raw power. GMC also gave it some serious upgrades to make it a true sport package. We're talking recalibrated Bilstein shocks, a torsion bar setup with dual-stage leaf springs, and power brakes. And let's not forget about those BF Goodrich Comp TA tires that keep this truck glued to the road. Of course, what's a sport package without some killer looks to match? The Sonoma GT features a unique Cyclone-inspired cladding kit, with the same front and rear bumper as its more expensive sibling. The interior is just as impressive, with black and red piping door inserts and bucket seats that scream performance. But here's the thing. GMC only made 806 of these bad boys back in 1992. That's right, just 806, which makes the Sonoma GT the rarest truck from the Sport Machines ring. They came in a variety of colors too, from the standard monochromatic black to apple red, white, aspen blue, teal, and forest green. So there you have it, the 1992 GMC Sonoma GT in all its glory. A rare and powerful truck that was built to offer enthusiasts a more affordable way to get their hands on some serious performance. The 1979 GMC Sierra 1500 is a classic pickup truck that has captured the hearts of collectors and enthusiasts alike. Let's dive into the fascinating history and features that make this vehicle so special. First off, the Sierra 1500 was part of the third generation of CK trucks produced by General Motors from 1973 to 1991. The 1979 model specifically was a full-size pickup designed for the Chevrolet CK trim. GM used the name Sierra to distinguish between various trims like the Sierra Classic and Sierra Grande. The letter K indicated a four-wheel drive model, while C meant rear-wheel drive. Under the hood, the 79 Sierra packed a punch with a 350 cubic inch, 5.7-liter lightweight V8 engine. This powerhouse featured 16 valves, with 2 valves per cylinder, and churned out an impressive 125 horsepower at 3,600 revolutions per minute. The torque was no slouch either, rated at 225 pound-feet at 1,800 revolutions per minute. The engine block was made of sturdy cast iron, while the cylinder heads were crafted from lightweight aluminum alloys. Diesel fuel kept this beast running, utilizing an efficient indirect fuel injection system. The 1979 Sierra also offered flexibility with its wheelbase options. You could choose from a short wheelbase of 117.5 inches, a long wheelbase of 131.5 inches, or even a super long wheelbase spanning an impressive 164.5 inches. The grille also got a makeover, incorporating the parking lights into the headlight facade for a sleek, integrated look. And if you wanted to stand out from the crowd, GMC introduced a new color option called Oyster to complement the existing choices. So why was the Sierra produced in the first place? Well, it was a favorite among farmers and construction workers who needed a reliable workhorse. But the square body design also made it an attractive personal vehicle for many Americans. It was one of the first trucks to offer a dedicated diesel engine, setting it apart from the competition. Fast forward to today, and the 1979 GMC Sierra Classic has become a highly sought-after collector's item. While Ford may have dominated the half-ton truck market, GMC still had a strong showing in '79. Being the underdog pushed them to differentiate themselves and appeal to a growing audience that was shifting away from larger vehicles. Despite a base price of $4,895 and a production run of 120,430 units, finding a 1979 GMC Sierra for sale today is quite a challenge. Its rarity has only added to its allure among collectors who scour the nation in search of these automotive gems. The 1955 GMC Blue Chip pickup is an absolute gem in the world of classic trucks. This vehicle has a fascinating history and some really cool features that make it stand out from the crowd. Let's dive in and explore what makes this pickup so special. First off, 1955 was a pretty unique year for GMC and Chevrolet trucks. The year started with trucks that were pretty similar to the 1954 models, but halfway through, they introduced a whole new generation of trucks with a fresh look. These new trucks had a scalloped hood, a wraparound windshield, and hooded headlights that gave them a really distinct appearance. This new generation was called the Second Series, and it hit the market on March 25, 1955. The trucks made before this were known as the First Series. Now, the Blue Chip pickup line was sold alongside the Chevrolet Task Force trucks, but it had some subtle design changes to make it stand out. These trucks were produced from 1955 all the way until 1959, which is a pretty impressive run. When it comes to the details and specs, the 1955 GMC Blue Chip pickup had some really cool upgrades. They added a V8 engine option and switched to a 12-volt electrical system, which was a big deal at the time. The base engine was still the reliable 248 cubic inch inline-six, which put out 125 horsepower at 3,600 revolutions per minute and 214 pound-feet of torque at 1,550 revolutions per minute. But with the Second Series, they introduced a new 287 cubic inch V8 from Pontiac that cranked out 155 horsepower and 246 pound-feet of torque. That's some serious power for a truck from the 1950s. These trucks came in a few different configurations. The 1/2-ton 100 series could be a chassis and cab, pickup, panel truck, or a Suburban. The short bed had a wheelbase of 116 inches in the first series and 114 inches in the second series, while the long bed had a wheelbase of 125.25 inches in the first series and 123.25 inches in the second series. To give you an idea of the weight, a second series short wheelbase 1/2-ton pickup with the inline-six engine weighed in at 3,375 pounds, while a 3/4-ton long wheelbase pickup with the same engine tipped the scales at 3,750 pounds. So, why was this truck made in the first place? Well, back in the 1950s, pickup trucks were primarily used for work. They weren't the family vehicles that we see today. The 1955 GMC Blue Chip pickup was built to be a tough, reliable workhorse that could handle all sorts of jobs. The addition of the V8 engine and the 12-volt electrical system made it even more capable and versatile. Now, you might be wondering why these trucks are so rare today. There are a few reasons for that. First, the production numbers weren't super high. We don't have exact figures, but GMC built around 83,000 light trucks in 1955. Second, a lot of these trucks were used for heavy-duty work, which means they got a lot of wear and tear. Not many of them survived in great condition. And finally, as these trucks have gotten older, they've become highly sought after by collectors, which has made them even rarer and more valuable. In the end, the 1955 GMC Blue Chip pickup is an incredible piece of automotive history. Its unique design, powerful performance, and the role it played in the evolution of pickup trucks make it a truly fascinating vehicle. Now finally, we have the GMC Cyclone. Back in the early 1990s, GM had a wild idea to create a pickup truck that could outperform sports cars. Enter the GMC Cyclone, a turbocharged, all-wheel drive speed machine that left a lasting mark on automotive history despite its short production run. Born from a collaboration between GMC, Production Automotive Services, and ASC McLaren, the Cyclone was based on the GMC Sonoma pickup. The driving force behind the project was Kim Nielsen, a passionate GM engineer who fought to bring this concept to life. Under the hood, the Cyclone packed a serious punch. Its 4.3-liter V6 engine, equipped with a turbocharger, churned out an impressive 280 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. Paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive, the Cyclone could rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.3 seconds, making it the quickest production truck of its era. The Cyclone's performance wasn't just a numbers game. In a now famous 1991 test by Car and Driver magazine, the Cyclone went head-to-head with a Ferrari 348 TS in a quarter-mile drag race. Astonishingly, the Cyclone crossed the finish line first, completing the run in a blistering 14.1 seconds. So, why did GM create this pickup truck on steroids? It was all about showcasing innovation and pushing the limits of what a truck could be. The Cyclone was designed to capture the hearts of car enthusiasts and prove that a truck could keep up with the best sports cars out there. Despite its incredible performance, the Cyclone's production was extremely limited. Only 2,995 units rolled off the assembly line in 1991, with a handful more produced in the following years. Most of these trucks were sold in the United States, with a small number finding homes in the Middle East and Europe. Today, the Cyclone's rarity is a result of several factors. First, there simply weren't many made to begin with. Second, its unique blend of performance and practicality has made it a sought-after collector's item. Some special editions like the Marlboro Cyclone, created for a cigarette company's racing contest, are even harder to come by. The GMC Cyclone's legacy lives on as a groundbreaking vehicle that redefined what a pickup truck could achieve. Its impressive performance and bold design have earned it a special place in the hearts of collectors and enthusiasts alike. Finding a well-preserved Cyclone today is a challenge, and these trucks often command high prices when they do surface. In the end, the GMC Cyclone stands as a testament to GM's willingness to take risks and push boundaries. It's a reminder that sometimes the most exciting vehicles are the ones that break the mold and challenge our expectations of what's possible.